It's an ML Sports Take brought to you by Jam and Beats, Rosie's Corner, and Trey Waluski of Under Armour Golf. Just a comedy of errors, Stanford and Syracuse last night. I mean, you think about a couple of big spots in this game. Syracuse gets a pick at the exact right time. They're basically handed the red zone. They do nothing with it. They get a field goal. Terrible game management throughout by Syracuse on both sides of the ball. Terrible assignments at the end of the game defensively, and Stanford calls a timeout, Syracuse calls a timeout. Final play goes in a couple of the same packages, and you know right where the ball's going to Stanford's best player, and they blow a 4th and 9. They rush 3 guys, and they called timeout to prepare extra, and also knew the package, and you don't double them. Where do I go from here, right? What about that unreal kick that Syracuse had? Wasted, right? Bad penalties across the board. Mismanagement. I thought the middle of the field for Syracuse was wide open in the beginning of the game, and they should have kept attacking it. Where was Rondé Gadsden? I didn't see anything really schemed by Stanford to completely take him out. Syracuse's wide receivers, right? 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", long, lean, go up and get it, right? A lot of guys had 1 to 3, 4 inches in height advantage. And when you go up and get it with the jump that they've got, you can add an inch to that as well. So if it's 6'2" against 6'1", it's really 6'3" against 6'1". If it's 6'5", it's against 6 foot, 6'1", 4 inches in terms of a Gadsden. I thought the middle of the field could have been attacked a lot more. The side screen stuff wasn't working. The ground game didn't work. And also, the edge players rushing for Stanford, Syracuse could have sealed off one side, roll McCord quicker, and get the ball out quicker down the field. That's how the Hatcher touchdown happened. So to me, it was just a comedy of errors. It was poor coaching. It was poor game management, not taking advantage of opportunities. One time the pendulum swings to Stanford, then it goes to the Cuse, and it goes to Stanford and the Cuse. And once the defense started to control the game for Syracuse, McCord then throws the multiple picks. Now, the pick 6, Vlare wasn't even looking at, for the ball. But it was a comedy of errors. The week off almost seemed like it hurt him. Everybody nationally talking. McCord, Heisman, can Cuse make the playoffs? Fran Brown, wow, here we go. All you have to do is beat Stanford, you'll be 4-0, blah, 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 blah. Now, you probably have to steal a game in the ACC to finish 8-4, 9-3-ish. But again, this is a game-to-game league with college football. It's Pro Sports 2.0. All this stuff is still new. Coordinators, coaches, this and that and the other thing. But hey, I'm going to give a hat tip to Stanford. They flew across the country. They heard about it the whole way. They heard about how they were inferior. They heard about it from yours truly and many others. They were going to lose by 2 to 3 touchdowns in this game, and they went in and walloped Syracuse at the line of scrimmage. Above all the takeaways, that's number 1 for me. My man Chris Helinski and I talking about it today at the golf course for the great DMB Dance Production Golf Tournament in conjunction with ML Sports Platter, Rosie's Corner. Make sure you grab pizza and wings later. But above even the comedy of errors and the poor game managing and the penalties and stupidity and this and that and the picks, Syracuse got trounced at the line of scrimmage. And I think Georgia Tech's a better team, more skilled. They're better at the line of scrimmage. They get better athletes. Syracuse beat Georgia Tech. They're in complete control of that game. Onside kick made it a little bit closer at the end, but Georgia Tech's a better football team. They were ranked. So again, week-to-week league, 2 weeks off. It almost looks like it hurt them. Now you don't get the bye week until the bye week's over. You get it early. Now you got to play off the schedule. You still have your road games. Dicey loss for Syracuse last night. You beat Holy Cross, you're 3-1, but somewhere in that ACC neighborhood, you got to win maybe that extra game that's a toss-up to get to an 8-4, 9-3. We'll see. I still think this is at least a 7-5 football team right now, but man, that one hurt last night for Syracuse. You came all the way back, you took the lead, and then you collapsed in the end. ML Sports Take, Welch and Company Jewelers, Elevate Fitness of Syracuse, Rosie's Corner, and our good friends at Liverpool Physical Therapy bringing it to you. Liverpool Physical Therapy, make sure you go get your post-op surgery, your post-op PT, I should say. Right after surgery, they can do it for you. The shoulders, the back, the knees, whatever it might be, they can help you out. Or maybe you have a little error around the house, pull a shoulder, dislocate a shoulder, you need a little bit work before surgery, they can do that too. Liverpool Physical Therapy is a proud Platter supporter and also friends of the program. We thank you. James Oranger and family, Adam and Bob Groff, John Kilb, Chris and Ed Duty, Bob Lindsley, Dan Reynolds, and the Swan family. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.